Ball called strike 0-2. And McTavish doing a nice job of shaking off the bit of an odd play previously, coming back with a breaking ball and a fastball, pardon me, to get 2 quick strikes on Jake Rogensack. Finds himself 1 pitch away from getting out of this 6th inning. And they'll appeal down to third. Did not go, says third base umpire Seth Wall. So that'll be ball 1, 1-2 now to Rogensack. Still 2 outs. This one, 5-4. Lots of runs in the first 3 innings, but it's been a bit of a pitching battle since. And gets him swinging through a breaking ball. The pitching battle will continue. That's out number 3. 3 strikeouts for McTavish in the inning. We'll head to the bottom half. Bulls looking to add to their 5-4 lead. You're watching the WCBL on FloCollege. We'll be right back.
T-Bone loves to stay strong during the baseball season. The Bridge Sports Therapy provides many forms of strength training to make sure he is in his best shape all season long. But even T-Bone suffers from overuse injuries every once in a while. The Bridge Sports Therapy and Training can provide him with services that kickstart a fast recovery and help him maintain his strength so he never has to miss a game. Make sure to check out the Bridge Sports Therapy and Training, located at 420 40th Street South in Lethbridge.
For over a century, we've been more than just lawyers. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your strongest advocates. With locations across the prairies, we're everywhere you are. Stringham, your local lawyers.
For more than 40 years, we've been there, helping Canadians find the extra space they need to grow and to create new memories. Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at sentinelstorage.ca.
Bottom of the 6th inning, it'll be a new pitcher on the bump for the 57s. Tanner De La Rosa into the game. De La Rosa, the lefty, takes over from starter Brody Nanini. De La Rosa, 2 starts on the year, 0-3 record. 12 innings pitched, a 15.75 ERA, and 12 strikeouts versus 12 walks. He'll see what he can do about keeping this one close. His team trails 5-4 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Looks like there's about to be a Frisbee given away here in the crowd. And they're going to take another crack at it here. A lot of Little Leaguers up in the upper rows, and there we go. Looks like a Fish Creek player got that one. And catcher and umpire taking a run out to the mound. De La Rosa tying his shoes. But is there some sort of another mound malfunction or something like that? Nope, just to check. I guess everything is okay. Jalen Ryan, Tetsu Nishida, Easton Kachura here in the bottom of the 6th for the Bulls. First pitch from De La Rosa gets to the backstop, ball 1. And he lost the hat on the pitch too. He warmed up without the hat on. I'm wondering, perhaps we need a counter of how many times that hat's going to fall off during this game. And it didn't fall off that time, but it did go a little sideways. In my experience, that must mean this man has some tight, lustrous curls. Ryan settles in, the pitch. 3-0, and the inability to keep the hat on seems to be limiting the ability to throw strikes here for Tanner De La Rosa. Ryan patiently waits at the plate, and he won't offer at that one as it comes inside a 4-pitch walk. Gets things started here in the bottom of the 6th inning. So the lineup will roll over. Tetsu Nishida back to the plate. 0 for 3 in today's game. And he will look to change that here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Runner on first, none out. The Bulls lead the 57s by a score of 5-4. Shows bunt takes it away. That one outside, called ball 1. A long look to home, the 1-0 incoming. That one outside all the way. Nishida does not show bunt on that one. Count now 2-0. And certainly an opportunity where small ball could be on the table. The Bulls have the lead. One more run, or hopefully multiple, would certainly be helpful in helping them to ride this one to victory. It's about an inning away from me waking up Randy Newman and telling him it's about time. I'm going to fill the kettle in between innings. 2-0 pitch. Tetsu Nishida takes a good hack at that one, fouled right back to the screen. Folks, he did not miss that one by much. So that one will go as the first ball of the inning, or the first strike of the inning, rather, for Tanner De La Rosa. And bunt shown. And that one's going to go for a ball as well. So 3-1 now. And the pitch. And that one well outside. That'll be a second consecutive base on balls here. First two runners reaching on the walk to start off the home half of the 6th inning. And it'll be first and second for Easton Kachura. And as predicted or expected, it'll be a mound visit. And with the way Easton Kachura has been hitting this game, I cannot blame that. They're going to need to strategize. Kachura 3 for 2 on the day, 2 runs scored, 1 RBI. He has himself a single, a double, and a stolen base. He's kind of been Mr. Everything for the Bulls tonight. And if he can put another good swing on the ball here, he will open things right up for these Lethbridge Bulls.
Number 4, Easton Kachura.
Strategy session over. Kachura digs into the left-handed batter's box. De La Rosa set on the mound, looks in for the sign. He has it. He rocks. And both runners go on the throw. Third base, no problem. Second base, good night, Mr. Nishida. That's out number 1 at second. Ryan makes it to third on the double steal. So that'll make it runner on third, 1 out, and a 1-0 count to Easton Kachura. That one in the dirt, ball 2 here. De La Rosa continues to struggle to throw strikes, and it is causing some adventures for him and the 57s out here on the base pass. Infield drawn in with a runner on third, 1 out. Here's the pitch. Another ball, Kachura taking all the way. It would seem the strategy for the Lethbridge Bulls here is let's force these guys to throw some strikes. And when we get on the base pass, let's wreak as much havoc as possible. And that one swung on, fouled off the facing of the TimberTech terrace. And the grass getting quite thick here at Spitz. I was out on the field twice this week, and it is nicer than it even looks on the broadcast. It's lush out there, and you saw that foul ball just nestle into the grass. It was coming off the wall with heat, and yet it still did not make it onto the field of play. Shoe tie break for Tanner De La Rosa. And Couture settles back in. It'll be the 2-2 pitch incoming. And that one in the dirt, blocked well by Pacheco. But that'll run the count full 3-2 here. And Couture gets a piece of that one, fouled back to the screen. 3-2, it will stay. De La Rosa looks in. Ryan with a good secondary lead. Check swing high. They'll appeal down to first. No call. Appeal down to third. He did not go, and that'll be the third walk of the inning for Tanner De La Rosa. And it looks like we may have ourselves a call to the pen here. And indeed we will, so it'll be a short outing for Tanner De La Rosa today. 0.1 inning pitch, 3 base on balls, and that's going to be it for him. We'll take a quick break while the new pitcher comes in to get warmed up. And we'll be back after this. You're watching the WCBL on FloCollege. Chase Cummins on the bump here for the 57s. He inherits 2 runners on. And he will need to pitch well here with Captain Cardell Dick to the plate. 1 out, runners on the corners. Looking to keep the lead or the deficit in the 57's case to only 1. It's 5-4 Lethbridge in the bottom of the 6th inning. Oh, he's a side armor. Oh boy, here we go. Okay, strike 1. The right-handed side armor, Chase Cummins. 6 2/3 pitched on the year. Comes in with a 1-1 record. 4 strikeouts against 2 walks. 13.5 ERA. Kachura off with the pitch. Dick swings on it. That one lifted out to right. And that one caught. Throw cut off. So Kachura has to hustle back to first. Ryan scores on the sac fly. And they will trade the run for the out there. 2 outs, a runner on first. The Bulls now lead this one 6-4. Zach Kavanaugh to the plate. Kavanaugh 0 for 3 on the night. But he takes good at bats, and he's having a good start to his WCBL career here with the Lethbridge Bulls. That one will miss outside 1-0. And having observed Zach in quite a few games now, one comment I'll make is that I think that the ball flight out of the hand of this pitcher really suits his swing well. That one low, 2-0. Kachura off with the pitch. That one flown out to left. Pardon me, right center. At any rate, caught by Lucas Geisler for out number 3. A tough luck night continues for Kavanaugh. The Bulls add one in the bottom of the 6th, push their run total to 6. They lead 6-4 as we head to the 7th inning. We'll be back after this. You're watching the WCBL on FloCollege.
For more than 40 years, we've been there, helping Canadians find the extra space they need to grow and to create new memories. Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at sentinelstorage.ca.
For over a century, we've been more than just lawyers. Your friends, and your strongest advocates. With locations across the prairies, we're everywhere you are. Stringham, your local lawyers.
Shea McTavish will see the 7th inning in this game, and at 84 pitches, why not give him one more inning and see what you can do about shortening up the night for the Bulls bullpen. They now lead 6-4 as we enter the 7th inning. It'll be Jude Pacheco, Hudson Unger, Lucas Geisler, 9-1-2 for the 57s here in the top of the 7th inning. First pitch swinging. And that'll go as a strike to Jude Pacheco. A nice breaking ball there from Shea McTavish. And in the second part of the season here, or I guess the second third, if you want to call it that, Shea has really established himself as the ace of this Bulls staff. Continually going for long outings, showing the ability to control his walks. Again, 7 strikeouts against only 1 walk tonight. And somebody that the Bulls can depend on when they send him to the bump. That one missing low. A nice block by Cardell Dick. 2-1 count now to Jude Pacheco. Pacheco 0 for 2 on the day with matching groundouts to the second baseman. And that one will miss high and outside. Now 3-1. 3-1 pitch swung on, fouled into the parking lot. And with a good-sized crowd on hand here tonight, can almost be certain someone's going to find a souvenir under their vehicle when they head out this evening. 3-2 pitch. And the frame up does not do it. That'll send Pacheco down to first base with a walk. He reaches base for the first time today, and the 57s have their leadoff man on here in the top of the 7th inning. So leadoff hitter Hudson Unger to the plate. The right fielder 1 for 2 on the evening. He will look to keep Pacheco moving along the base paths here with 1 on and none out. First pitch, a check swing called strike, 0-1 to Hudson Unger. And action for the Bulls in the pen. Can't tell who it is from here other than that they're a right-hander, but that almost certainly confirming this will be the final inning of work for McTavish. And as things stand, he'll be leaving with a lead. Bulls lead this one 6-4 right now, none out in the top of the 7th inning. That one swung on, hit well into the right field gap. That one's going to get down all the way to the ball off the mini storage sign. Ryan up with it, quick throw in, chugging around third. The throw offline, run will score. Cardell Dick with an alert throw down to third will catch Unger trying to steal a triple. So they'll trade an out, allow a run. It's now 6-5 with 1 out. Base is empty. And another very alert play by Cardell Dick to keep the ball in front of him and keep an eye on everything happening. Turns what could have just been a bad play into a pretty all right out for the Lethbridge Bulls. First pitch to Geisler, in for a strike. Comes back with a breaking ball. Geisler swings through that one. He's ahead now, 0-2. And as he's shown himself able to all game, McTavish doing a nice job of battling back here after a spot of adversity. 0-2, 1 out. Misses just a little bit high with that fastball, but a right idea nevertheless. That one swung on, fouled off to the first base side. As everyone takes a moment to take a deep breath and get reset. We're settled back in. McTavish with the sign, the 1-2 pitch. And that's a called strike 3. The 8th strikeout of the evening for Shea McTavish comes on his 98th pitch of the ball game. So with 2 outs, it'll be Jake Hiramoto to the plate. Hiramoto 1 for 3 on the day, solo home run in the 3rd inning. First pitch, a breaking ball that misses high and outside, 1-0. Sun almost all the way down behind the bleachers here now. The lights on. And we're in that magical twilight hour where they're both doing a little bit of the work and the baseball field just looks beautiful. (2-0) as that one bounces in the dirt. Breaking ball, called strike 2. McTavish continuing to command the curveball well. 2-1 now. Fastball a little bit low, framed up by Dick, but that is going to go for ball 3. And with 2 outs and none on, I don't think the Bulls and McTavish want to lose him, so I'd expect to see a fastball here. They do, and they get a nice frame job by Cardell Dick and a favorable call by Travis Oberg. That'll run the count full, 3-2. Swung on, hit to third. Bad hop over the head of Wheatley, and that's going to get into left. Turner up with it, and a good throw in will hold him to a single. But a single it will be for Jake Hiramoto, and the inning stays alive for the Lethbridge 57s. Pardon me, the Swift Current 57s. First mound visit of the game for the Bulls. It's Josh Bergman, so it doesn't look to be pitching change time. I think just to check in a strategy session. Hey, how are we going to get this final out and get us to the bottom of the 7th? It's nearly stretch time. There's a good contingent of kids hanging out down in Autograph Alley with Taya, and only a matter of time till Tony takes him out on the field to sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." And evidently the sewing circle has gone on long enough. Oberg out to the mound to break it up. And so Rydell Adair steps in. Runner on first, 2 outs. 57's trailing by 1. It's 6-5 here in the top of the 7th inning. It's been a good back and forth game between these ball clubs. Very well pitched on both sides. Minimal walks until the last half inning. First pitch swung on, and that's going to be fouled out of play over the bleachers on the third base side. The 0-1, no, they'll check first. Hiramoto back in ahead of the throw. Hiramoto active lead at first base. And that one's going to go outside with a fastball, 1-1. They'll check first again. They had to double check that one, but he is safe. McTavish gets him swinging through a curveball. Continuing to have success with that curveball, especially when it's dipping down into the zone. One, two, they'll check first again. Well, the strategy has certainly succeeded in limiting the leadoff of Jake Hiramoto. He wasn't even far enough from the bag to slide back in that time. But now McTavish will focus on the task at hand. 1-2 pitch to Adair. Bounced. 2-2. The 2-2. Swung on, lifted out to shallow center field. Wheatley back. He's going to call everyone else off. Makes the catch for out number 3. We'll head to the stretch time with the score Lethbridge 6, Swift Current 5. We'll send you down to the field to enjoy a little singing after this. You're watching the WCBL on FloCollege. And a heck of a rendition from the Little Leaguers of Take Me Out to the Ball Game. And they're all going to be taking themselves out to a variety of ball games. There are tournaments all over Lethbridge this weekend. There's some games happening here at Spitz. There's some games happening down at Dave Elton Park. Even a tournament out in Coaldale. We're back to the Wheatleys. Jack Wheatley stepping in. 1 for 3 on the day. Cummins on the bump. Again, the Bulls lead 6-5 here in the bottom of the 7th inning. First pitch into Jack, in for a ball. And that one missing, low and outside, 2-0 to Jack Wheatley. And certainly with the side-arming motion of Chase Cummins, it won't be uncomfortable, or it won't be comfortable at bats for these righties. But a little less velocity should be appreciated. That one running inside on Wheatley, 3-0 now. Both teams with 9 hits on the night so far. The Bulls 6 runs on their 9 to the 57's 5 runs. And that's going to go as a 4-pitch walk to Jack Wheatley. Second base on balls in a row for him. And now Luke Wheatley to the plate. Had himself a sharp single in the 3rd inning. Jack Wheatley with a good leadoff first, being held on. The first pitch to Luke swung on, and that's going to get out of play on the first base side. Ooh, someone almost made a running catch on that. That would have been nice. But it'll go 0-1 here to Bulls' 3rd baseman, Luke Wheatley. With none out, 1 on, Bulls holding on to a 1-run lead here in the bottom of the 7th. Changeup swung on by Wheatley. It ended up breaking outside the zone. And a back pick attempt on Luke. All for naught. He's back in without a slide. 0-2, none out, runner on first. And that one left over the plate, hit well out to second. And score that one for 6-3 on the double play. Both Wheatleys retired on that play. A nice defensive job by the 57s. So that'll bring Meissner to the plate, 2 for 3 on the day. And between that and a good stretch down at first base, certainly done a nice job for himself. in this game already. First pitch into Meisner, taken for a strike. Starts to offer that one, checks up, called a strike by Oberg. It'll be 0-2. The Bulls are showing a little bit of difficulty adjusting to the sidearmer Cummins. That one swung on, chopped out to third. A nice job to keep that one in play and keep the ball in his hand by Jake Hiramoto, but no play on that ball. That one way too high in the air, and Meisner easily in at first base.
The fielder number 15, Will Turner.
Will Turner to the plate, 0 for 2 on the night, has himself a base on balls as well. And with 2 outs and a runner on first, he'll see what he can do about keeping this inning going for the Bulls. That one low, 1-0. Change up high and outside. That'll run the count even, 1-1 here. Pardon me, 2-0. Folks, I've got to be honest, it's getting hot in the booth tonight. Myself and producer Clayton both glistening. If you like the thought of that, check out the postgame show. And that one called a strike, 2-1. Cummins with 10 strikes, 8 balls on his 18 pitches so far. That one laced out to left field. A nice piece of hitting by Will Turner, and a single has 2 on, 2 out here for the Lethbridge Bulls. They look to extend their lead. They currently 6-5. Oh, and Aaron Gutierrez, not just a ball boy, also a bat boy. He is putting in the work here tonight. Ultimate team guy, Aaron Gutierrez. And he's a nice guy to chat to, too. He was involved in some of the kids' camps here with the YMCA this week. I know for a fact they all had a great time, so thanks to the Bulls for doing that with the YMCA. Now Jalen Ryan to the plate, 2 outs, 2 on. First pitch swing, and that one squibbed out to short. And this is going to take some speed. A bit of a stretch by Adair, and they will get Ryan in time for the 3rd out. So it's time for me to wake up Randy as we head to the 8th inning. The Bulls leading 6-5. You're watching the WCBL on FloCollege. We'll be right back.
7 complete innings, full 6.
For more than 40 years, we've been there, helping Canadians find the extra space they need to grow and to create new memories. Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at sentinelstorage.ca.
For over a century, we've been more than just lawyers. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your strongest advocates. With locations across the prairies, we're everywhere you are. Stringham, your local lawyers.
And after a great outing for Shea McTavish, it's going to be Blake Waters into the game here for the Bulls. Blake staked to a 1-run lead, and he'll look to hold the 57th in check with 6 more outs needed to seal the victory here for the Bulls tonight. Waters 5 2/3 innings on the year, 3 strikeouts, no walks, and an ERA under 4. So he's a guy that can get the job done here for the Bulls. Lucas Wynn leaving soon, I'm told unavailable to pitch this evening. Actually, I think I see him right down there in the dugout, so he's definitely unavailable. But the Bulls will need to find a new back-end force for the remainder of the season, and perhaps this is a audition of sorts for Blake Waters as the Bulls head towards the playoffs and hopefully a WCBL championship here in 2026. It would be the 4th in their team history, 4th combined between WNBL and WCBL.
Top of the 8th inning, leading off the Swift Current, left fielder number 22, Cohen Jorgensen.
It'll be Cohen Jorgensen, Keegan Noller, and Jake Steffes, the scheduled hitters for the 57s here in the 8th. They trail by a run, but they've got 6 outs to get it. We'll see how they do here. Waters settling in on the mound. Jorgensen settles into the right-handed batter's box. Everyone's ready, and here we go. First pitch called a strike. Nice fastball from Waters there to get his outing off to the races here at Spitz Stadium. And a fastball swung on, hit right back off the crossbar of the fence, straight up onto the roof of the grandstand. Clayton, did our cameraman get buzzed up there? It was right by him, folks. So just appreciate the great shots you're seeing in this game. We got guys putting their lives on the line to get them for you. 0-2 pitch. That'll go high for ball 1. Waters set, moving quickly here in the top of the 8th. That one's lifted, and it'll get over the head of Nishida into shallow right for a single. And a tough piece of luck there for Blake Waters. He had controlled the at-bat. Some soft contact lands in the outfield, and he has nothing to show for a few good pitches there. Keegan Noller, the DH to the plate. Strikeout victim his last 2 times up. And we'd love some more of that here. With a runner on first, none out. Bulls leading by 1. It's 6-5 in the top of the 8th inning. That one gets past Dick to the screen. And that will allow the runner, Jorgensen, to advance to second base. Looks like they're going to switch out the ball there. Waters passes to Dick. Oberg passes to Dick. Dick passes to Waters. He's back to the mound now. So Jorgensen advancing on the wild pitch. The 1-0 incoming to Keegan Noller. And that catches the outside edge, strike 1. They found a sign they like, the 1-1 pitch now. Noller starts to swing at that one, holds off, called a strike by Oberg on the inside corner. Noller looking a little bit disappointed with that call, but Oberg said, hey, I've been giving it all day, and looked like he shrugged and said, yeah, you have. The 1-2, outside, waste pitch. Nothing happening down at second, but I get the idea. When you have a catcher with the arm of Cardell Dick, you're almost taunting them to run because you know you have a better shot than most of catching him out there. Frame job attempted by Dick, but that one did not get enough of the zone for Travis Oberg's liking, and that's going to run the count full here, 3-2. Fans beginning to get a little bit more animated and into the game here in the later innings, as is often the case on a hot summer night here at Spitz Stadium. And with an exciting ball game like this, that's just what you want. It makes for the best ending, the best cheer when the Bulls inevitably bring in their 26th win of the season. That one hit out to second. Nishida up with it. Throw over to first for one. And the runner will advance to third. But they will record the first out of the ball game, or the first out of the inning, I should say. Jake Steffes in. Righty on righty here. And the first pitch, a changeup that'll miss high, 1-0. Jorgensen very active down there at third base. And that one hit towards right. Kachura chasing. And that's going to get down on the warning track in the foul area. And that'll just be a loud strike one. So everyone will get settled back in here with the count 1-1, 1 out. A runner on third base. Bulls clinging to a 6-5 lead here in the top of the 8th inning. Swung on, and that one hit the plate. That's going to be called a foul ball. So count now 1-2 on the foul. And they're going to switch balls again. They don't make them like they used to. They're pretty much one hit and they're done. They're into the BP bag. One, two. That one lifted, and that'll get over the head of the shallow playing Tetsu Nishida. And two softly hit base hits have tied this ball game up now. It's 6-6 in the 8th. An RBI single for Jake Steffes.
Second baseman number 41, Jake Rogensack.
So Jake Rogensack to the plate, 0 for 3 on the day. And now these teams are all knotted up here with only an inning and a half left to play. 6 runs, 11 hits for both teams. And this has been a good game for the fans, but certainly not what the Bulls were hoping with the bottom-dwelling 57s in town. Outside, 1-0. I have to update my ticker here, folks. Pardon me. Waters back with a called strike, 1-1. Infield at double play depth now. And the 1-1 pitch. Hit out towards second. That's going to get past the diving Nishida into right. And the relay throw past past Jack Wheatley, backed up by Luke. And trouble brewing here for the Bulls, but the 57s must be loving every minute of it. The base hit by Rogensack will bring Jude Pacheco to the plate. 2 on, 1 out. This is a tie ball game here. And no coaches forthcoming from the Bulls dugout, so they're content to let Blake Waters battle here. He asks for another sign. Now he's got something he likes. He'll rock an offer to the lefty Pacheco. Curveball catches the outside corner, strike one. Look back at second. The 0-1 pitch. And that one's fouled back to the screen. Took its time coming down. Oh, it's actually gotten into the fans area, and quite a few young boys running after that one. Hit out to second. That one is going to get past the diving Nishida and into right field as well. Chugging hard around home. The plate to the plate. The tag not in time. So Steffes will score. And now 7-6 in favor of the Lethbridge Bulls. That will bring Josh Bergman out for a mound visit. And certainly not what was drawn up when Blake Waters was brought in. He had a one-run lead. He now has a one-run deficit. The urgency of the warm-up increasing in the Bulls bullpen as they can feel a win that they should have slipping away from them here. It's now 7-6 in the top of the 8th inning. The wisdom has been imparted. Josh Bergman heading back to the dugout. He didn't do his classic check the grass move this time, so I guess he's not trying to kill that much time. Blake Waters communicating with his middle infielders, certainly hoping that a double play can get them out of the inning here. And the leadoff hitter, Hudson Unger, back to the plate. Fifth at bat of the day, or fifth plate appearance. He's 2 for 3 with a walk. And that one missing high and outside. Ball one. Looks in for the sign. One and one there on the called strike. Waters primarily looking at the runner at third. Pitch, and that's going to be popped to the third base side. Wheatley trailing it, backs up, and he makes a great catch. Good job tracking that pop-up by Luke Wheatley for out number 2. So the runners stay put where they are.
Center fielder number 23, Lucas Geisler.
And Lucas Geisler to the plate, 0 for 4 now. And after getting through the tough Hudson Unger, he has the colder tonight anyway, Lucas Geisler, that he's going to try and get for out number 3. Keep this thing as close as possible and give the Bulls a chance to retake the lead in the bottom of the 8th, pardon me. Check over to first, in without a slide. Swung on, lifted out to left. Turner charging in. Wheatley charging out. And what a play by Jack Wheatley. Loses footing, but makes the catch to end the inning. So the Bulls lose the lead, but they're going to get back on the sticks right away. We've got a thrilling inning and a half of baseball left for you here, folks. You're watching the WCBL on FloCollege. We'll be right back.
For over a century, we've been more than just lawyers. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your strongest advocates. With locations across the prairies, we're everywhere you are. Stringham, your local lawyers.
For more than 40 years, we've been there, helping Canadians find the extra space they need to grow and to create new memories. Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at sentinelstorage.ca.
Bottom of the 8th here. Bulls looking to come back. They drop the lead in the top half. Chase Cummins back on the mound. He's now in line for the win. And we'll see how he does with the pressure. It's going to be Nishida, Katura, and Dick, barring any pinch hitters, for the Bulls here in the home half of the 8th inning. And it would appear, based on I look down to the bullpen, that no matter what happens, there will be a new pitcher in the 9th for the Bulls. Of course, anything is possible. But failing to score a run here, they'll certainly be looking to keep this one as close as possible, push their win streak to 3, and remain firmly in 3rd place in the Western Division.
Bottom of the 8th for the Bulls. Leading out the top of the order,
I suppose, to be completely honest, they will be firmly in 3rd place no matter what happens here, as they have a 9-game lead over the 4th place Cactus Rats. But they do want to keep pace with the Sylvan Lake Gulls, game and a half ahead of them, and of course they're 5.5 behind the Okotoks Dogs. First pitch to Tetsu Nishida, misses outside for ball 1. Sylvan on their way to another victory, 11-6 here in the top of the 9th for them at home. Okotoks leading 1-6-3 already tonight. So yes, very important for the Bulls to pull this win out and try and keep pace with their rivals at the top of the West Division. That one called a strike to Tetsu Nishida, 1-1 now. Third pitch of the at-bat misses low. It will indeed be everything for Waters as he's headed to the showers now. And Nishida gets a piece of that one, laces it into left field, a leadoff single.
defensive changes force for the current now in the game, playing shortstop.
And a great piece of hitting to get himself on as the leadoff man. Hadn't been the most productive game for Nishida so far, but he comes up when it counts with a leadoff single here in the bottom of the 8th. Easton Couture to the plate, one of the Bulls' hottest hitters tonight. And with the tying run on first, the go-ahead run at the plate, the first pitch, that's going to get away from the catcher Pacheco. And they're going to call that one out of play, give Tetsu Nishida second base, as that one got past the catcher off his glove. And once it bounced off the net, that's a dead ball and the runners advance. And Couture showed bunt on that one, so I'll be interested to see if they continue to play for the 1 run, which is a very smart play here with only a 1-run deficit and only 6 outs remaining, or if they'll try and follow the hot bat. That one's going to miss inside, 2-0. Two-0 pitch outside, 3-0. Easton Couture in the driver's seat now. Runner on second, none out. Bulls trailing by 1, trying to come back here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Cummins sets. Look back to second and the pitch. Taken by Couture, 3-0, goes to 3-1 on the called strike. The heat clearly getting to some of the fans here at Spitz. Exciting ball game, but people look tired out there, and I can't say I blame them. even now at nearly 10 o'clock, we're still well over 30 degrees. That one lifted out to right. It's gone. Go ahead home run, Easton Kachura. And just what the doctor ordered, Easton Kachura with a 2-run home run here in the bottom of the 8th inning puts the Bulls back on top, 8-7. Have a night, Easton Kachura. Way to go. And you can't draw it up any better than that, folks. A ball that was hit well out to right, just kept on carrying. You could hear the surprise in my voice as it went over the fence. But now the Bulls back on top, 8-7, none out. Cardell Dick to the plate. And Chase Cummins just did something I like to call grasping a defeat from the draws of victory. First pitch to Cardell Dick, taken outside, ball 1. That one will miss outside as well, 2-0. And as is often the case in the later stage of the ball game, Cummins appearing to just hold that ball just a little bit too hard, missing that release point and finding the outside batter's box on consecutive pitches. That one swung on. Cardell Dick fouls that one off the plate, off himself. 2-1 count. They're pulling out all the stops here at Spitz tonight, too. Daddy Yankee and Lucenzo's big hit, Donza Kuduro, playing through the loudspeaker. The 3-1 pitch. Swung on, belted out to left field. Foul all the way, but that had home run power. And I think that Chase Cummins just learned not to put the ball there to Cardell Dick. Dick 3 for 3 on the day, and certainly a candidate to go deep himself. Bulls lead 8-7 with love and insurance run as they try and close things out here in the 9th inning upcoming. And that's going to get inside, go off the hip of Cardell Dick. He says, I'm a catcher. I barely felt that. He's going to take a walk down to first base here. And it'll be 1 on, none out. And Zach Kavanaugh, the DH to the plate. We're going to have a mound visit here. And indeed, it will be a call to the pen for Play Alberta. The Swift Current 57s will bring in a new pitcher here to try and stop the bleeding. We'll see who it is and set the game back up after this. You're watching the WCBL on FloCollege.
For over a century, we've been more than just lawyers. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your strongest advocates. With locations across the prairies, we're everywhere you are. Stringham, your local lawyers.
For more than 40 years, we've been there, helping Canadians find the extra space they need to grow and to create new memories. Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at sentinelstorage.ca.
Cole Benjamin into the game for the Swift Current 57s. You can tell he's a serious pitcher because he's got a crew neck and slightly longer sleeves underneath his jersey. And he'll see what he can do to come in and get this thing in control, the lanky lefty, Cole Benjamin. He'll face Kavanaugh here with a runner on first, none out. The Bulls have already scratched 2 across in the 8th inning on the strength of an Easton Couture home run. Retaking the lead, and they're going to try and take this one all the way to Randy Newman time here now. And we'll see how they do. Final warm-up pitches incoming for Cole Benjamin.
Entering the game is pinch hitter for the Bulls, number 21, Alex Fidgel.
Number 21, Alex Fidgel into the game.
Runner on
A
first
new
base,
player on the Bulls
Alex
roster.
Fidgel.
And he'll pinch hit here for Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh having a bit of a hard luck night 0 for 4, so we'll see what Alex Fidgel can do. Lays down a nice bunt, played by Benjamin, that only throws to first. And so they'll trade the out to advance Cardell, and it'll be a runner on second, 1 out. And a good case of a pinch hitter coming in, doing his job well to help the team. So now Jack Wheatley to the plate.
Number 7, Jack Wheatley.
Runner on second, still 1 out. The odds of the Bulls adding on an insurance run still looking pretty good here with the all-star Wheatley at the plate. Look back at second for Benjamin in the pitch. That's going to miss outside, ball 1. One-0 pitch, lifted over our heads. And cameraman is really getting a few scares up there tonight. Jack just buzzed the tower for the second time. And they'll take a quick strategy session out there on the mound. Jack Wheatley taking the moment to get a couple practice swings, adjust his helmet, and give ball boy extraordinaire Aaron Gutierrez a chance to approach the plate with some fresh weapons. All right, everyone is set. Wheatley steps back in. A couple words between batter and catcher. In my mind, he's saying, you guys are really that scared of me? But we'll find out next time we interview Jack here in the booth. A look back to second, and the pitch. And that one outside. That's going to get away from the catcher, Pacheco. Cardell Dick down to third base on the wild pitch. So Benjamin walks back out to the mound with the ball. Jack Wheatley's going to take his time getting settled into the right-handed batter's box. Cardell Dick takes a lead off of third base. And with the count 2-1, a runner on third, 1 out. The Bulls 90 feet away from adding a much-needed insurance run. They lead 8-7 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Swung on, lifted out to right field. And that's going to be caught by Unger. But it'll be enough to score Dick as the throw gets to the backstop. So the Bulls do get their insurance run. 9-7 now with 2 outs. A nice sacrifice fly by Jack Wheatley. And that'll have the bases empty here for his brother Luke. Luke Wheatley comes to the plate with 2 outs, none on. Again, Bulls leading this one 9-7 after putting 3 on the board in the bottom of the 8th inning. Benjamin has the ball, takes a deep breath, settles onto the rubber. Shakes off the first couple of signs. And now he's found something he likes. Wheatley wiggles the bat, settles in, and the pitch. And Luke begins to offer at that one, but it'll go for a strike. So 0-1 to Wheatley. Benjamin moving back quickly. That one will miss outside 1-1. And sometimes for a pitcher, after you've had this time where you've come on, you've let in a run or two maybe, you just want to work quickly to the next hitter with the bases empty and see if you can sneak a quick out in there, especially with 2 outs late in the game. 1-1. That's going to get over our heads, foul, 1-2. Benjamin, deep breath, and the 1-2. And that one off the glove of Pacheco. It'll creep past him with nobody on. He doesn't need to hurry to pick it up. 2-2 now. Two-two pitch well outside. Looks like perhaps some moisture on the fingers of Cole Benjamin there. He shakes the hand out, rubs them on the pants after that one. Three-two pitch. Gets him swinging. A nice job by Cole Benjamin to get Luke Wheatley down on strikes. But the damage has indeed been done. We're heading to the 9th with the Bulls in the lead. It's 9-7 Bulls. Time to warm up, Randy. We're going to send you to a break, and we'll be back to wrap up this thrilling ball game in just a moment. You're watching the WCBL on FloCollege. We'll be right back.
For over a century, we've been more than just lawyers. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your strongest advocates. With locations across the prairies, we're everywhere you are. Stringham, your local lawyers.
For more than 40 years, we've been there, helping Canadians find the extra space they need to grow and to create new memories. Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free. Details at sentinelstorage.ca.
Lefty Seamus Ryan in to close this one out for the Bulls. They lead 9-7 now after a 2-run shot from Easton Coutura. And a great hit by Cardell Dick that allowed him to take the lead now. They lead 9-7, 2-run lead. It is a save situation, and it looks like they are ready to rock here.
Top of the ninth inning, leading off for Surf Current, third baseman number 33, Jake Hiramoto.
So it'll be Hiramoto, followed by Adair and Jorgensen, the scheduled hitters here in the top of the ninth inning. First pitch from Seamus Ryan, outside, ball one. That one swung on, fouled sharply towards the 57's dugout. A few laughs coming from there. It appear everyone's okay, probably a little shaken up. But the at-bat will continue, 1-1. That one will be hit out and land in shallow right field. That seems to be quite the spot for the 57s. That is at least 5 of their 14 base hits that have been soft liners to that exact spot. And they'll get the leadoff man on here in the road half of the ninth inning. Adair will hit in his normal spot here. One for 4 on the day. First pitch into Adair, taken for a ball. 1-0, pardon me. That one hit to third, throw to second, on to first. 5-4-3 double play. And a heck of a defensive play by the Bulls has them one out away from victory. A nice dig by Luke Wheatley down there at third. An excellent strong throw to Tetsu Nishida, and he turns it in time to catch the base runner by a step at first. Well played all around the diamond. And Seamus Ryan, I'm sure, feels very happy about that, as he finds himself with 1 out to go and 2 runs in his favor. First pitch to Chance Crawford, a pinch hitter here for Jorgensen, is called a strike. He'll watch the next one go by. Called a ball, 1-1. And after that'll hit up the middle. Sliding play by Nishida. Can he get the throw in time? He will not. Took a little bit of time to get back up to his feet after the sliding stop. And just threw an easy one in. I think the key not throwing it away on that one. Keegan Noller to the plate now. 1 for 4 on the evening. And he represents the tying run for the Swift Current 57s here, with 2 outs in the ninth inning. Bulls leading 9-7. First pitch in for a strike. And Ryan ahead, 0-1 on Keegan Noller. That one bounced. Dick does a good job of getting to it and not wanting to risk the third out on the base paths and the final out of the ball game at that. It'll be a quick retreat back to first base for the base run. And the fans wanted to see strike 2 there, but it'll be called a ball. Ball 2. 2-1, 2 outs. A runner on first. Bulls lead this one 9-7 here in the top of the ninth inning. Fastball inside, called a strike. Keegan Noller argues it again. Same place as before, and that's what Oberg's telling him. So now, down to their final strike. The fans clapping along, hoping for another big Lethbridge Bulls victory. And they'll get it. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Noller with some words on the way back to the dugout, but it doesn't matter. It's over. Oh, no, he does get tossed as the game ends. The Bulls stream out onto the field to celebrate their victory. That's 3 in a row for them. They win 9-7 We'll send you down to the field for a bit of this celebration. I'll be back to wrap things up in just a moment. Take it away, Randy.
For Swift Current, 7 runs, 15 hits, and 1 error. Friends, the Bulls are on the road for a few games, but join us on Thursday. Next Thursday, July 30th, the Bulls will be hosting the Energy City Cactus Rats. Game time, July 30th, Thursday, 7 p.m. On behalf of the players, the coaches, the management, and the support staff with the Bulls, we appreciate your attendance on Gas King Family Friday. And as you leave Spitz Stadium, we're reminded to please walk and drive safely. Thank you and good night.
Good evening and welcome back inside the booth, folks. We had ourselves a thrilling ball game tonight. Ends up as a 9-7 final in favor of the Lethbridge Bulls. And it was not without its difficulty. They trailed as late as the bottom of the 8th. Ultimately, a go-ahead 2-run home run from Easton Kashura, who was a hot hitter all night, was the difference as the Bulls win this one 9-7. Again, pushing their win streak to 3 games. They're headed on the road for a little while. Won't be back at home here at Spitz before they begin a nice long road trip, or home stand, pardon me, to end off the regular season and push towards the playoffs. Thank you very much for joining us here on WCBL Action tonight on FloCollege. We will be back in action with you here from Spitz in about a week's time. In the meantime, enjoy the heat, enjoy baseball, and have a great night. Thanks for joining us. I'm Dave LaChance. We'll see you next time.